What's good, BFM? This is Big Tone coming at you from bigtoneproductions, Beats and Feasts. You know what time it is. It's time for another cooking video. And today we're going to do a good old Southern classic from way down in New Orleans. We're going to do a jambalaya. But we're going to do it different. We're going to do it in a power pressure cooker. So if you like the video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, turn on your post notifications, and make sure you share the video, guys. And watch it all the way to the end. Let's get started with some jambalaya. I'm going to start with my supporting cast. So the three main ingredients here are andouille sausage, shrimp, and chicken jambalaya. So those are the three main ingredients here. Don't leave out the main ingredient to most Louisiana or Southern cooking, or Southern Cajun cooking, is the mirepoix, which is your onions. That's about a whole large chopped up onion. I got my celery here, and then I got some green peppers. Underneath it, I got some orange peppers just for some color. But the real mirepoix is the three: onion, celery, and green bell pepper. Then I got some slap your mama seasoning. I've used this before. It's just a Cajun seasoning. I love it. But I got a couple bay leaves here. I got my black pepper, my pink Himalayan sea salt. You know I don't leave home without it. Then I got my chicken broth, some Worcestershire sauce. I got some Slap Your Mama hot sauce. If you guys haven't had this, go get it. It's wonderful. Then I got 2 cans of diced tomato. I'm cheating a little bit. They're diced tomatoes in the can. And then I got a little bit of butter here. And then I got another thing of, this is Louisiana Cajun seasoning. I'm not going to use much of both because I'm using both of them. And then of course I got my garlic. I don't leave home without that either. But that's essentially all that goes into the jambalaya. Oh, I forgot. I almost forgot. You got to have your rice. So I got some Cajun gumbo rice to do this with. You can use white rice, which traditionally I think is what it's done with. I just wanted to try this. But that's the ingredients. Let's get started putting this together. As I got about 2.5 tablespoons of butter in there. It's already melted down, as you can see here. So I'm going to add my andouille sausage. And we're going to brown this up. Probably take about 3 to 5 minutes here. I'm just going to let it brown up. And then I'm going to take it out, and then I'm going to add my other ingredients like my chicken or I'm not going to add my shrimp yet, but my chicken I'll brown up as well. Shrimp doesn't take but a minute. That'll be one of the last things I add to the whole thing. But we're going to brown this up here. Sausage is browned up nicely. I'm going to take it out here. And some people will cook the chicken with the sausage. I don't know. There's something just wrong about that for me. I honestly can't tell you what. I just don't like to put raw chicken in with my other meats. After that, in goes the chicken. We're going to brown the chicken up, but while we're browning the chicken up, I'm going to add a little bit of salt and a tad bit of pepper just to season up the chicken. There we go. Andouille has enough seasoning in it to carry itself. The chicken is bland if it doesn't have any seasoning. The chicken is nicely browned up here, so I'm going to take it out as well. And look at all those juices in there left from the chicken and the pork and the butter. Ooh, I guarantee. Some of you guys may not be old enough to know about him. Justin, what's his name? Justin Wilson? Yeah, I guarantee. He used to be on PBS, I think. Public Broadcast System, cooking. Older guy. I loved him. So the next thing we're going to add to the pressure cooker is our vegetables. There's my onion, as Justin used to say. Then I'm going in with my celery. And then I'm going in with my green and orange pepper, bell pepper. There we go. So we're going to sweat this down in that butter and the juices. That's going to take a few minutes. And some of you guys are saying, well, how do you know when these are sweated down enough? When you start to see your onions changing color and they start to get translucent, they're starting to sweat down really good. So I'm going to add a large tablespoon, a heaping tablespoon of minced garlic. And I didn't add that at the beginning because garlic burns way more quicker than your other vegetables. So I didn't add that at the beginning, so I didn't want it to burn. But we got our garlic in there. We're going to let that saute here just for about 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes. All right, those have sauteed a little bit. So now we're going to add the 2 cans of diced tomatoes, juices and all. We're going to mix that up and just stir it up a little bit. I guarantee you guys can find some reruns of Justin Wilson on PBS. Make sure you watch them. That was the first Bobby Flay that I remember. The Mariquois, the Holy Trinity, as some people call it, or a lot of people call it, I should say. And the tomatoes there, they're cooking down nicely. So to this, I am going to go back in and I'm going to add my andouille sausage back to the mixture. I'm going to add my chicken back to the mixture. Let me stir these up real good. Oh, I guarantee there's going to be some good stuff here. Good stuff. Now I'm going to add my other seasonings to this. Just a little bit of Slap Your Mama. Just a tad. And we're going to add a little bit of the Cajun seasoning, Louisiana Cajun seasoning to it. And then we're going to add 1 bay leaf to this. Make sure you don't eat the bay leaf when it's done. We're going to add some of my Slap Your Mama hot sauce. Little douse to it. Get a little bit more kick. Now we're going to add a little bit of Worcestershire sauce. Boy, I wish I could invent smell-a-camera, smell-o-vision. Alright, a little bit more Worcestershire sauce. And then add just a little bit of salt here. Not a lot, it doesn't need a lot of salt in this, because I'm using so many other seasonings. And a little bit of pepper, black pepper. Alright, so we're going to mix this up in here real good. The next thing I'm going to add is my rice. Alright guys, so I got three cups of rice here that I'm adding. We're going to mix this up in here real good. I'm kind of on the fence on cooking rice in a pressure cooker because you don't need to cook it that long. But on this one, I think it's going to work out perfectly. I got 3 cups in there. I'm mixing it up real good. And the last thing I'm going to add is my chicken broth. I'm using probably right around 2 cups. There's 32 ounces in this container that I'm adding. But we got to have enough liquid for the rice. Pour just a little bit more in there. There we go. Alright, so we're going to stir them up real good. The only thing left now is to put on the lid. Now the rice only takes 3 to 5 minutes to cook. I'm going to cook it for about 3. Everything else that's in this dish is pretty much cooked with the exception of the chicken. Totally cooked, which the chicken's not going to take that long. And we're going to lock it down. Line up the little arrow in the line there. On this, we're going to hit the meat chicken button and we're going to increment it to high and we're going to bring it down to 15 minutes. That's as low as mine goes, is 15-minute increments. So at that point, we're going to cook it for about 3, maybe 4 or 5 minutes, probably closer to 3. I'll check it, see what the rice is like and the chicken's like, and then we're going to add our shrimp to it. Shrimp only takes a few seconds to cook with something that's this hot, so we'll get to that point here in just a minute. It's been about 5 minutes. I've been cooking the jambalaya here. I've depressurized it. Look at this. Oh my God, this looks so good. The rice is almost perfect. It's a little al dente, but I've taken the shrimp here. I've dusted them with a little bit of Slap Your Mama. Now I'm just going to pour them in. We're going to mix those up into the jambalaya. Alrighty. Now this is a little bit thick for me, So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit of chicken broth, a little bit more chicken broth to it. Now I'm going to turn the pressure cooker on without putting pressure on it. So in total, guys, I've used 32 ounces of liquid. And it just depends on how much stuff you have in it. Whether you have how much seafood or how much sausage you have in it. So it just depends. But I use 32 ounces. So it loosened up a little bit here. It's about right where I want it. So I'm going to turn the pressure cooker on sear mode. Let this get hot and cook the shrimp up. Then I'm going to plate it up for you guys. Jambalaya, another perfection in the bowl, guys. I don't know what else to say. Put a little bit of green parsley on top and some nice little bit of onion. Probably took me all of a half hour to actually cook it. But a little bit of prep work, a little bit of time, you can do a jambalaya right at home. Good old Louisiana jambalaya. Another perfection in the bowl. You can do this right at home in your pressure cooker. I'm going to take a bite. Let me get a bite of chicken here first. Get a nice scoop of rice and some piece of shrimp. Oh my God. I thought I was down Louisiana. Hey guys, you need to try this for your family. Comes out perfect. Don't be afraid to put rice in your power pressure cooker. If you liked the video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, turn on your post notifications, share the video to everybody. Hey, this is Big Tone signing off. Peace.